home where we keep it real, y'all. Real talk, premium lifestyle. Hit the catch up or get lost, yeah. 91 and 91 and 91 and
All right, guys, and we're live at 91 and Up podcast here again on actually our second guest today. I'm here with the co-host Alex and then myself, Jen. First, I want to thank First Class Exotics for allowing us to use our space. Again, the sponsor of our podcast today. And yeah, Alex, you want to do the intro?
So we have Amber Bernstein with us today, and thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Dude.
And nice to meet you today.
Yeah, you
My
too.
first time meeting you. I know y'all met before.
This is like
did.
third time, right? First time
The
we met.
first time was at the
charity.
meet.
Yeah, the charity.
Charity event.
And then
And then the video, I think, was the second
Right.
time. So this would be the third.
yeah, this would be the third.
So I mean, I don't know. All I saw was Alex told me that we got another person to help us with the video, and then she has a red RA. And when I saw the video, I was like, damn, this is really cool. Like, and I checked out your profile. I'm like, wow, okay. Like, who is this person? You're young, you have an RA, and that's what kind of got me like curious. Like, how did you end up picking the RA first of all, and like what brought you to cars? Is that something you've always been into? And
Well, yeah, I feel like I've just like somehow became the girl with the R8 and everyone knows the car instead of me, but it's fine.
that's why we have you on today,
No,
so we can know who you are.
Actually, it's funny. Well, not funny, but what's interesting is I was telling a couple of my friends about how we're going to be, having you on our show, and a lot of people know who you are. I mean, a lot of people follow you, and some even have been following you for quite some time. And I thought that was pretty cool that even some of my close friends knew who you were. And I kind of fell out of the picture because I didn't know. I was like, man, I wish I would have known, like everyone's like, oh yeah. Everyone knows you by your Instagram name, which is funny, these days, no one really knows each other, from, your full name or whatever. But, I mean, that's something that's like really cool. But yeah, I mean, like Jen was saying, I mean, what kind of brought you with like the RA and, a little bit about yourself and,
Well, I mean, with the R8, it was kind of like I was super into Iron Man. So I was like, oh my God, like that car is so cool. Like when I can get like a car like that, like I want to get that car. So then it just like kind of always was my goal to get the car just because of that. And then when I got older, I was like, kind of like other cars too. But I was like, no, I need to make like my younger self happy. And now I'm really happy because I love my car. But yeah, so I got the R8 and obviously I like test drove it to make sure like I actually liked it and it wasn't just Iron Man thing, and I loved it.
Well, you gotta tell me too, like when you as a young girl coming into the dealership trying to buy an RA, like what was their reaction?
Well, the thing is, like, I called before I went in because I was looking online to like find a car to find like the right R8 that wasn't like super overpriced because I was buying used. Mm-hmm. So then I found one at like downtown Audi. And I actually didn't go in. I saw it and I called them and I told them to bring it to me and gift wrap it with a bow.
Nice.
So they actually towed it to my house.
Wow.
With the bow on it and everything. And I like already had paid for it and everything because I was just like, I just want the car. Because I was looking for it for like a year. So I was like, this one's good. I just want this. So they literally took it to my house. And I went outside, and then when they saw it was me when I had to like sign everything, they were like, how old are you?
Where's your parents?
Yeah, they're like, how old are you? I'm like, don't worry about it. Let me just sign the paperwork, and then you can leave. And they're like, okay. Yeah, it was pretty funny. They definitely were not expecting me to walk out. They're like, are you going to use like, is this like your parents' money? I'm like, no, we're using mine. That's why I'm signing. What do you mean?
Wow.
It was really funny.
So that first ride, where did you go? How long was it? And who did you take?
I took my mom. And she hated it, so I dropped her back off. I literally was driving the speed limit too, and she was just like not about it. So I ended up going with my dog.
Nice. Did she love it, or he?
He loved it. Yeah. He loves fast cars because I had another car before this that was like fast, and then I always took him on rides, so he like became like the supercar dog. Like he's such a rock star. So yeah, we went and I buckled him up and we went down the freeway, like up and down. We took Mulholland. I was trying to like test out to see how it takes corners. It wasn't really good till I put this wing on.
Really?
Yeah, it was a good time.
Damn.
So at that point, you already bought the vehicle.
Yeah.
It's the first ride, the first night.
Well, because I had already driven an R8. I drove my friend's R8 maybe like a few months like prior to that. So I already knew that I liked the car.
Wow.
So I just bought it.
Man, that's pretty sick. I wish I could have done that.
So what was it like? Like the whole was it? Did you ride for like 3 hours, 2 hours?
I rode like the whole day. I came back at like 12 a.m.
Did you fill up your whole gas tank again?
Oh yeah.
To burn through the whole thing.
I have to fill my gas tank already anyway. Like
Yeah,
every
especially
day,
with the prices right now, it's pretty nuts.
I'll literally like go on fumes to the gas station because I don't want to go to the gas station.
You were saying how earlier before we got on camera that you daily this.
Yeah.
I find that really interesting. And I think that's really cool because, you know, most people with some kind of car like this, they want to like keep the mileage down, but you prefer just to drive it around and kind of really get the full experience of the ride.
Well, I feel like if you were going to daily a car that is a supercar, it would be this. Because it's super comfortable. You can go fast. You can drive in comfort and chill. Like, I feel like it's one of the only cars you can do that in and then also look cool while doing it.
So if this is, okay, so people that are watching, this is our daily right here. So if this is your daily, what would be your weekend car?
Well, if I had a weekend car, then I'd go 720. Like, I was going to get an STO, but then they dropped my order because I did it too late. So now I don't know what to do.
The 720 sounds nice.
Personally,
The 720 breaks down all the time.
We were just talking about that.
The STO is sick.
personally, I'm a Lamborghini guy.
I don't like Lamborghini, but the STO, I was like, I need that. But anyway, they said every order after November they can't do. So I was like, cool.
Man,
It's that chip shortage that's affecting worldwide. Still to this day.
Well, they're just behind. Same with the Evo.
there's that many rich people. I wish I had that problem.
So who's behind? You were saying like everyone knows me as this red, R8. So who
Well,
is
it's not
Amber?
everyone, but in the car, like when it comes to like the car, I feel like my following on Instagram is like very like all over the place because I feel like I just do so many random things.
Yeah.
But when it comes to cars, like if I go to like a car meet or something, like and they see my car, they're like, "Oh my god, like I've seen this car everywhere," and I'm
Yeah.
just standing there. They have like no idea who I am.
They don't know it's you.
And they're like, "Do you know who owns this car?" I'm like, "It me." Like, and then they're like, "Oh, you're Kill Bambi," and I'm like,
Oh, so they know you by
yeah.
your handle too.
I can
No, yeah,
testify
they
that
know, 'cause it's the car.
when I first met her, I mean, I'm used to nowadays really just meeting a lot of people, no matter what age they are. They drive cool cars, but I think I was with Vic at the booth, and I was like, oh, like what kind of car does she drive? And then he was like, oh yeah, I think she drives that R8. I was like, what? Like,
Everyone just knows by the R8.
yeah, and he was like, yeah, I think I follow her on Instagram.
So what's gonna happen when you get your next car?
"Well, I mean."
Is it gonna be red? Are you sticking with the
I'm
brand?
sticking with the black and red thing.
Nice.
Because the wrap before this was still black and red. It was like Tron black and red.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But it
I know
didn't
what
get
you're
as much
talking about.
attention as this for some reason, even though I thought the other one was cooler.
This one has like a gradient on the side, right? I like it.
So I feel like with like all my cars, I just need to keep it like a black and red theme because like I feel like I just adopted that.
That's
and
your
now
brand.
I can't really go back.
Look at the headphones. Why do you think we got black and red headphones?
Right.
Well, it would just not make sense if I pulled up with like a blue and green car. Then people are not gonna. They're gonna be like, "Who's that?"
Right.
See, when I think red, I think fast.
I mean, it's an
Yeah.
aggressive color.
It's
You
an
think of like
aggressive-
Gone in 60 Seconds, Ferrari red.
But then it's also fun because then every time someone sees like another car that's like black and red, they're like, "Oh, it's Kill Bambi spec." So now I feel like I kind of just adopted that. Like every time something's
That's
black
cool.
and red, they like send me photos. Like I'll
That's
have
cool.
fans like being like, "Oh, like this is like the knockoff Kill Bambi spec," and I was like,
So
I don't know how that happened.
what like propelled your Instagram like to grow? Was it after you got the car?
I mean, no, because I was doing a lot before that, but it was more like music and like modeling. Then I quit modeling, and then I got super into the car thing. And then like a bunch of people were like posting my car on TikTok, like reposting it on like their Instagram stories, and I feel like that's just kind of like what propelled it.
And then you stuck with the car, kind of.
Well, I just fell in love with my car, so it just ended up being like me posting my child all the time.
That's
And
true.
then everyone's just like, "Oh, this car,
What's the
yeah.
name?
the The Exorcist.
The Exorcist is only it fits perfectly with your handle. Kill Bambi, and then you got your Exorcist. Damn, I don't tell us now, but
the red
next
machine.
car, the red machine.
Yeah.
Now you set high expectations for your next car's name. You know that, right? It's gonna be something like.
I know. I have ideas. I just need to get the car because I'm just like all over the place because I love this car so much, and then for some reason I find so many issues with other cars.
Just stick with it for as long as you can. I mean,
I'm gonna keep it regardless.
Okay.
Because my plan is to gut it and put it on my wall when I'm done with it.
the whole thing, just like part by part.
I mean,
no. Like I just want to take everything on the inside like out so it's lighter, and then just like stick it to my wall.
Like legit, just put it on there.
you're gonna kind of have to after because they're gonna discontinue this car.
Oh yeah,
damn.
I know.
You know?
Well, they already did.
They already did, exactly. And unfortunately, it's all gonna be 91 up in volts. Up.
91 volts and up for the electric era.
The electric
gosh.
era. No.
So the musician part, like that's how you got started. That's how you started your actual following on the social media. So what is it exactly? DJ?
Well, I DJ and I produce music, so I've just been doing that. I started with like only DJing, and then I started producing. I didn't really release any music though until like 2018 or something like that. And then that helped a lot too. So that's why I feel like my following's just all over the place because some people are there for cars, some people are there for like music, and then some people just like to look at me and be creepy.
You got 3 different channels of traffic.
You also have a really cool style. I dig it. I think it's really, really sick. Like I think it's different nowadays. And
It fits the black and red and the Exorcist theme.
Yeah.
My car is really the epitome of me.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like we like literally like
yeah.
we're matching
you're matching
at all times.
So
Yeah.
do you still make music though, or you got your own Spotify too?
I do have a Spotify.
Let's hear it. What is
Kill
it?
Bambi.
It's Kill Bambi?
Yeah, that's where Kill Bambi came from.
Oh, it started as your DJ name. Oh.
And then it just grew into just me.
We might have to hire her for our DJ headline, our DJ event, our 91 Up event.
Yeah, I had a friend. As I was saying that he was like, yeah, I've been following her for quite some time, and he mentioned your music. He said, "Oh no, I actually really like her music."
Oh, that's so nice.
And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Like, I need personally, I haven't heard it, but it makes me curious, and I feel like I'm getting that that FOMO, like not like
We about to bump it up after this though. In here, so we're all gonna judge.
we're all gonna judge.
I mean, like the stuff I have released now, I decided that I'm like changing my style because what I was doing previously was very like mainstream kind of sounding, I guess. And like I personally listen to like a lot of like punk rock and stuff like that. So I kind of want to do like I'm already doing this.
We talked about this,
but yeah. So my next thing that I'm going into is mixing EDM and like
Punk rock.
Dope.
It's pretty cool.
So like that's gonna be the next thing. So I'm kind of like scared to release that because everyone likes the stuff that I'm doing because it's like progressive house, and then I'm like worried how people are gonna react to being like, whoa, this is different.
But you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually secretly happy that type of music is coming back because for the longest time, everyone's all, rap and hip hop and all that is all great, but I feel like there's still room in this era for punk music and rock music. And Jin knows this, that
What do I know?
that I love this type of music.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really, really cool that you're putting them together and potentially creating like a new sound. I think
that's what I wanna do.
that's really, really cool. Do you play any instrument, or are you mostly like DJ, sing? Like,
yeah, I actually play piano, guitar, and drums.
wow.
But it's kind of hard for me
Musical
to play
inclined.
guitar lately because I
got
started
your-
getting acrylics again, and I can't like hit the notes right. So I've had to kind of like take a break on that.
You got some long nails.
Yeah, I know exactly.
They're nice. They're
Those
pretty.
are the acrylics.
But then I can't play guitar, so then like sometimes I just like cut them off so that I can play, and then I regret it because I'm like, dang.
Wow, sweet. So you're this badass chick going into the dealership, buying this R8.
Going back to that. It's Alex's dream to one day he's like, oh, I gotta hurry up. I got 2 more years left. I just like,
I'm getting old, man. But no, I really respect it. I mean, so I used to own a Lotus Evora and in a Lotus Elise, and I was like in my early 20s when I bought it. And and I asked you about like that dealership experience because I remember trying to. Well, originally I went to Nissan and I was trying to buy this GTR, the R35, and they instantly said, "Oh, this car is too expensive for you."
They always do that.
And I was like, "What?" And I almost bought it, but because of the way that he treated me, I went ahead and bought. I went to the Lotus dealership in Orlando, and when I went in there, the guy was like, "Oh no, come in," and he welcomed me. So I was,
That's why I don't want to go in.
Right.
That's why I called them.
no, that's smart. You're smarter than me, for
well,
sure.
I just have like anxiety. I'm like, if they like say something to me, I'm gonna like leave and like cry. Like I don't want to do that.
So what's one advice you could give your audience or our audience and everyone, like if you want to buy something like this, like what are, I guess, like.
I'm a hypocrite if I say it though, because like this was not a good financial decision at the time.
Okay.
Like I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. And then afterwards
it
I was
helps
like,
your brand.
Sure,
it's an investment in your brand.
Sure.
In yourself.
But like it was more like a mental health like thing.
The most important investment.
Yeah. For my mental health. I was like, I'm going to be happier if I can just drive 100 miles an hour everywhere. So like technically like I should have waited, which I'm fine. I'm fine now. Like it ended up not being that big of a deal, but like I was like 19, so I was like
when you first bought it,
or like I was like 20 or something like that.
So what?
So it was just stupid.
It's
but
not
I'm
stupid.
happy about it.
It's not stupid.
A little bit because I'm like, oh, I have enough. I'm just like like points in a video game.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, this is enough.
My
Here you
rewards.
But hey, life is a video game, and then you were just
Guess
in it,
so.
so you just got to play it like a video game. So hey, you only got one, right? So you got it. But if you were to say, or if I were to ask you, has there been any opportunities that have opened up because you have this car that wouldn't have presented itself had you not have?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I've met a lot of people in cars. I didn't really know how to get into the car community before that. And then once I got this car, then I mean, a lot of people started like inviting me to
They
like,
want
these
you
car
there.
meets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like want you there, which like is a good thing and a bad thing because then like I've also met like a lot of people who are like using me for the car and like
course.
thinking that I'm like gonna start paying stuff for them, and I'm like, just because I bought the car, like I'm broke otherwise. Like don't do that. But like, yeah, I mean, I met a lot of people. Like it helped me like get more acquainted in the car community and like be a better driver. I feel like.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the way you backed in here, like it was tight space, and we had a car here at the same time.
Well, I got into racing.
You should have
too,
seen Alex earlier,
so it
like 30
helped a
minutes
lot.
earlier. He's like, I ain't doing this. Gonna get out of the car.
Yeah, no, I've driven the R8 a couple times, and it's by far one of the most comfortable, visible. I mean, everything. It's red. It's my favorite color. So
It's kind of funny because sometimes kids don't know what it is, and then like they'll come up to my car and I hear them like say to their mom, they're like, "Oh my god, it's a Bugatti," and I'm like,
I guess I could see that as a kid. Like, look at the shade a little
Right.
bit.
I mean, I like to say like the TT's like the baby R8, the R8's like
Right.
the teenager, and then like
It's
the
true.
Bugatti's like the grandpa.
It kind of looks like it.
They kind of have like a similar body-ish because they have like the fins on the side and like I don't know.
super cool. I wanted to ask you a little bit about like the modeling and stuff like that. What inspired you to like model? I know, like as a kid, right? Like I think we spoke about it briefly that day that we were filming and how, and I could be making this up, but like something about your mom wanted you to model and stuff like that. And like, what was that experience? Like how'd you start? And
Well, when I was like, I don't know, 13, 14, somewhere around there, like my mom really wanted to get me into like modeling and acting, and obviously like at that age I don't know what I want to do, so I'm just like, okay, like I'll try it, I guess. But I didn't really like it because like first of all with like acting, I hate repeating myself, so definitely like that was a very short-lived dream. And I was doing the modeling for a while because it was like simple, but then I was like, I feel like I can do so much more than this, so I like stopped doing it for an agency. And then I just stopped doing it altogether. And then I just started like taking photos for Instagram. So I wouldn't really call it modeling. I'd like call it like taking photos for fun.
okay,
And that turned into this.
That's pretty cool.
Do you do like shows still?
I
Zoom shows maybe. All right, everyone, turn on your cameras.
I was thinking about that, but no, I kind of don't want to do like, because I was doing like parties and stuff, and I kind of like stopped that until like I start doing festivals. Because like I either want to do that or I don't really want to perform at all. Because otherwise, it's like I'm being anxious for no reason.
Yeah. Well, if you're at least you get to work on that. You know, small shows at least kind of gets you a little comfortable.
I don't know. I'll just take some energy drinks, and I can get through it really fast.
There's a couple right here.
Doesn't make sense.
91 and up.
Just take that to the festival. Hey.
Hey, unlimited 91 and up. We're gonna come out with more flavors, more drinks.
How
more
many
everything.
like shows do you go to every single like? I assume you're taking this car everywhere, like all the cars and coffee. That's how you met Alex, right?
Well, she came up to our booth.
Oh
and-
yeah, we
and
were
she,
hosting
you
the
know,
booth.
I didn't know what kind of car she was driving until Vic was like, "Yeah, I think I follow her." And when I saw it, I was like, "Man, like that's awesome."
Yeah, why did you? What made Alex so special? Or maybe it was just the
It wasn't,
the
it was the
awesome
booth.
No, I went because it was early in the morning.
Uh-huh.
I hate waking up early.
And you needed
And
energy drink.
I didn't have time to pick up an energy drink. So then I saw I was like, this booth is an energy drink.
Yes.
Like, I need this.
Yes, it is.
Sick.
And then like is that when Alex like kind of asked about the video, or is that something that
Well, no,
happened
because
after
I was
the
with
fact?
another friend and we were just like talking about energy drinks. And then I don't think we even got into the video until like another day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We were just talking about like my addiction to energy drinks and how much I like energy drinks.
So let's since we're talking about the energy drinks, let's hear your honest opinion. You said the raspberry rumble is your favorite, and not because it's red.
I just like the flavor better because it's raspberry, and I usually like that flavor.
So if you saw this on the shelf, right? Picture yourself. You're going into 7-Eleven and then you see Bang, you see Rain, you see Monster, you see 91 and up, Raspberry Rumble.
I mean, it would have to be between this and the Monster because the other two are trash.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I should have given you some. I know you recently went to Vegas. How was that?
I mean, I was only there for a night because my friend was performing there for the first time, so it was okay.
yeah.
Other than the fact that we had like a 9 a.m. flight the next morning,
Oh man.
it was terrible.
It's a
I,
quick day trip then.
oh yeah, but it was terrible. I like ordered Taco Bell at like 4 a.m. and then went straight to the.
Let's talk about Taco Bell for a little bit. This video is not sponsored by Taco Bell, but I know you love Taco Bell.
She got some right on the way here, but it's okay, man. I love Taco Bell. I DoorDash that like at 11 or 12 a.m. I'm not
I
even
have
joking.
a problem, like an actual problem.
Really?
I think I eat Taco Bell almost every day.
So tell us about the best race story. I mean, come on. There's got to be some
Best
stories.
race
People
story?
try to race you all the time. I bet.
Oh, like not professional,
No,
like just on the street.
on the street race, sorry.
Oh,
Like, let's say someone comes up. I mean, they probably do that all the time. They're like,
oh yeah,
it's a red.
Priuses do that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not talk about the Priuses.
They probably
Let's
roll
talk
down the
about
window and they don't expect you to be you. They expect probably some other.
Oh yeah, they get so confused when they're a girl. Like after we like race, sometimes they'll be like, "It's a girl."
That you roll down
And
your
I'm
windows.
Like, no, it's not.
So do you often? Because I know this guy always did, and his car always broke down.
I mean, sometimes, but like I was
tell
doing it a
Michael all
lot.
the time about that.
Oh no,
Sorry. Go ahead.
That's not good.
Yeah, I know.
That's not good. No, I mean I used to do it a lot, but then I started getting a lot of speeding tickets. So I like had to
Smart.
chill out a little bit.
So you take it to the tracks. You said professionally, right? So you do
But I
take your
don't
car to a
race
track.
with that. But yeah, I was doing GT4 for a little bit.
Oh, how long?
But I do take like for a year, and then I was taking this to the track, but like it was just getting so annoying to have to replace everything every time.
Yeah.
So I haven't done it lately. I want to, but it's hard to get like a bunch of people to go because it's
Yeah.
not fun to go by yourself.
We gotta
And
set
it's
one
not fun
up.
when everyone doesn't know how to drive.
Right.
Like I went one time with a guy in a 720, which is like a great car, great track car too. Didn't know how to drive it. Like I like lapped him maybe 3 times. I'm like,
Seriously.
you need to learn how to drive. Like
Hopefully that's not me when I get on the track. I've never been on the track, but it's something.
haven't?
No, it's something I've been wanting to do.
it's fun.
It's expensive.
You gotta get the new tires.
Tires and
If you-
if
I mean,
you break
yeah.
down like me,
Well, you don't have to go that hard.
go hard, go home. I'm going to win number 1. You know, same thing with.
Fair enough.
Have you there's like a K1 speed or whatever around here.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, and when I go, I'm there to like just.
Yeah, but you don't really win.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
bro.
Do you actually?
Let's
take it
You
on
the
should
track.
go.
I'll like the
I
first.
still have a free game.
Please.
Let's take it on the track.
I'll probably win the first time, but then my hands just get so tired, and then I just like back out more and more and more and more.
She's the only one that actually races on the track, so she'll probably take both of us out.
Probably. No, this must be a really fun car. Definitely.
It's such a fun car. I feel like I just do everything with it. Like, it's been so good to me. Like, the way that I drive is really dumb. And this car, for some reason, is the only car that can handle it.
Right.
Like what? What's really dumb?
Like, when I drive canyons, like, my back wheels are, like, off the edge. Like, this is not great. And I had a 488 for, like, a little bit, and it was so bad when I was driving like that. I was like, I can't. I sold it. This is the only car that can handle how I drive. I don't know why.
Well, what's the next one you were thinking? 720, were you saying?
STO.
The STO. So are you
But
set on that as like your next
Well,
one?
no, because they canceled my order, and I don't want to get it, like...
Would you ever go for like a plaid Tesla?
I almost got the Plaid, but then I'm like, I'm going to drive it for a week and then not care about it.
Why? It might be the fastest thing you will ever drive.
I've driven a Plaid, though.
So you weren't happy with it?
I mean, it's like fun, but it's like, I don't care to do it again. It like doesn't handle. You can go in a straight line, but the second you turn the wheel, it crashes. Like,
Right. It's not the same as that.
No,
that
like,
one.
no.
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. It's my child.
So, is this the grocery getter too?
It's the everything doer.
It's the only car she has. This is the
Yeah, this is my only car now. I sold the other one.
The reason why I asked that is because I remember when I was, having like a supercar or whatever, I had to have that like daily, and it's because
This is my daily.
No, I know. That's what I think is so awesome.
gas.
No, it's not even
the
about the
gas,
gas.
it's
It's
not.
like you go to the grocery store, and sometimes you just go in there, you want to leave, and there's like 5 people standing in front of your car, and sometimes, me personally, I just kind of like want to go in and out of my business. And your car is way cooler than my car, so I can only imagine, like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store to pick up something, and then you're over here pulling up in the R8, just getting out of the car. It's 7 a.m. And
I mean, that's not even the problem. The problem is getting the groceries to fit.
right,
That's my
another
one thing.
thing.
Like, if I go on rallies and stuff, I have to pack so small because nothing fits in this trunk.
Speaking of rallies, have you done one?
I mean, I used to do a few. I do New Rally a lot. I really like New Rally.
We got some friends over at Longtail Rally. Shout out to Michael.
Are you going on that rally?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna go with Michael. Well, there's 2 Michaels. So there's Michael in the Longtail that actually runs it, and then there's Michael Stonsberg, which I think I said his last name right. With the SVJ, and I think I'm probably riding with him.
Nice.
But it's always a blast. Like, I absolutely love it.
How many miles is that?
Well, I think they're starting off in Vegas, I believe, and then they're ending in Colorado, I believe. Ooh. So I mean, the R8 would be perfect because it's just so comfortable.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's just rallies, I'm, like, notorious for getting tickets on there. Like, I'm still fighting a ticket right now from the last rally I was on for going 110 and a 65.
Hey, don't admit it.
I'm not. I didn't go 110. We actually didn't go 110, which is really annoying because I argued with the cop, and I was like, we literally weren't going that far. And they weren't even radaring.
So what happened? Tell us. Well,
it was me and 2 other cars, and we were, like, going, I mean... But we weren't going. We didn't go over 100.
Was he like? Did he get you passing by, or was he behind you?
No, they were in front of us. There was 2 cops in front of us, and then we passed them, and then one of them blocked us in front, and then the other one got us behind.
So
They pulled both of y'all over.
he didn't laser you, did he?
No, he didn't. But he was like saying he did. He's like, I got you lasered at 110. I'm like, no, but you didn't. That's like literally not even possible.
He's gonna have to prove that.
Yeah, I know. I was like, show me the gun. He's like, I can't do that. And I'm
So
like,
you're traumatized still from that rally
well, it's
to
just
go on
because,
another
like,
one?
I mean, like, shout out ticket dismissers. They've gotten me out of so much. Like,
What's it called? Ticketdismissers.com.
ticket
Write that down
dismissers,
real
they're
quick.
literally like,
I think I saw that on a billboard.
they're literal, like, my saviors. Like, I don't know what I would do without them. But it's just, like,
damn.
so annoying to have to deal with it.
I might have
And
to speed a little bit more now with Ticket Dismissers. Sponsored by hopefully soon. Nah, just like,
No, they're great. They're great. But, like, it's just so annoying. I hate dealing with cops because they're always so mean to me.
why? Because he got the car?
I think so.
They're probably jealous.
They're always so mean to me. It's like so bad. I'm like, because I'm always nice at first.
At first.
But then they're mean to me. And then I get an attitude because I'm like, what's up with, like, why do you have a stick up your ass?
Right,
Like, I'm going to have one too then.
Yeah, and then they end up writing you more tickets for that.
I mean, no. They're like already writing it to me when I start getting bitchy. But it's just like annoying because I'm like, why were you so mean at the beginning?
The last time that happened to me where a cop was mean to me, I started to show an attitude and I was like, yo, why are you just inconveniencing me right now and writing me up for all of these things? I did absolutely nothing wrong. I was just, Alex, you were there. We were going to our meeting in LA.
Yep. As a witness.
And then I was going.
He didn't do anything.
I didn't do nothing. Absolutely nothing. He just chose me out of everyone. And the thing is, I had this license plate cover and it was kind of tinted gray. And I didn't get it to hide my plates. I got it because I liked the theme of the charcoal dark. I had tinted taillights. My car was navy blue. So I kind of had that dark theme going on, like a dark blue, dark gray kind of theme. So I got that tint because it looked really cool. For three years, like, I've had cops tail me at 2, 3 a.m. Never had a problem and never got pulled over for it. But this one guy, he wrote me up for like my driver's license not having my current address because I moved recently. He wrote me up for like my window tints.
Your exhaust, that was completely stock.
Yeah, and then but the worst one was the thing, the window, the license plate tint, and then that was the only one that was uncorrectable. Like it wasn't a fix-it ticket, which I was confused about. And then when I went to court, it pretty much, long story short, it was $1,000 fine, and there was nothing I could do about it.
What?
Yeah. So every time I see like a car having a gray tint on their license plate, I kind of just smirk and I just like look at them and be like, ooh, you have something coming for you soon sometime. But yeah.
Actually, yeah, I think a cop did that to me with my front license plate. Since
You had a tint on it too?
No,
Oh, you don't have
I
it?
just don't have one. And instead of making it a fix-it ticket, he made it a non-fixable ticket. And I was like, I can literally just put one on and like, send a photo or like go into the DMV. Like, he's like, no.
Did you take it to like, did you actually fix it or try to? What happened?
I mean, I fixed it, but then they were like, no, you can't fix it. You just have
So
to
you
pay.
had to pay the fine?
Yeah. And so I took it off because I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, what's the point then? Damn.
I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, that was the only like mod I ever did. and that cost me $1,000
That's
to my
insane.
car.
Right.
Was that here?
That was in Irvine.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like on the way to LA.
That was on the 5. We were in like the Santa Ana area.
Oh my god.
And there was a highway
It
patrol.
was a CHP.
Oh, they're
And-
the worst. That's why.
And
They are the
I
worst.
remember him getting out of the car and looking at your exhaust, and he was like, because it was
I was a stock, by the way, stock WRX.
yeah. It was around that time where California just recently passed like a exhaust law,
Yeah.
like, decimal
January,
or whatever,
February,
yeah.
and a couple of years ago, and the cops were just pulling everyone over just for the
They started pulling me over all of a
Right.
sudden.
I'm over here bumping music, in
his Prius.
in my Prius, and then I see the cop pulling him over. I'm like, oh man.
We were on the phone actually, and you're like, Jin, I think he's pulling over, and I was like, I know, like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
see him. And then he turned his lights on. He's like, Jin, he's pulling over. I'm like, I know, like I see it. I'm
so
like,
annoying.
well, okay,
I'm the spectator, man.
Yeah.
Just
It's
reminding
it's
you.
such a mood killer.
it is.
You could be having like the best day and the lights flashing behind you, like, oh my god, here we go again.
Just because I had a WRX. Anyway, but yeah, if anyone has a tinted license plate cover, just
Don't do it.
in California, it's $1,000 uncorrectable fine. FYI.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Everything is a fine here.
Yeah. I wanted to also ask you, Amber. I saw that like you're pretty well connected in just everything. I think I'll see your stories sometimes on like Instagram, and I'm like, man, like how do you meet these people? Like is it through the car, or is it just? Would you say like the people that you're connected with these days are mainly through like music, cars, or like you were saying earlier, is it just everything?
I mean, I don't know. I'm like the most sociable, unsociable person in the world. So it's like,
Okay.
I feel like I just know a bunch of people, but like I don't talk to anybody on top of it. So like,
I can relate.
yeah, I don't know. It's just like
I mean, it's
super
going to all
random.
these. Probably you go to probably a lot of cars and coffees and
Yeah.
meets and stuff like that.
I
That's
just
how
like
you met
go.
us.
I just go places and I meet people, and I feel like I'm really nice, and like I talk to everybody. So like sometimes we become like cool. So like I don't know. It's just like super random.
I'm sure you get the first thing people ask you is like, what do you do for a living?
Oh yeah.
Or they think that it's your parents' money,
Oh yeah.
which is okay.
They're always like, it's your dad.
Even if it were.
It's daddy's
even if
money.
it were,
I'm
I'll
like,
take it. Yeah, I'll
I'm-
flex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So what about your dad? That's
Your
what I'll
dad doesn't
say.
like you? No, but I'm like, I don't even have a dad, so like, I don't even know
Oh,
what you're
no.
trying to say. Like, the joke's on you.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Way to bring that up, Alex.
No, it's not a big deal. It's like my joke because when I make them feel bad. And they're
Yeah.
like,
So
I
they,
don't
they just automatically assume like you're not telling the truth.
oh yeah, there's no way, especially because I'm a girl.
Yeah. So
It's really annoying, but it's like I also don't care. It's like you can think whatever you want. Like I'm living. Like
do you feel like there should be more like young female I think there should be like more young female entrepreneurs, influencers.
I mean, yeah, but that's like a choice though. I feel like a lot of people like don't want to do that. Like, you know, being an entrepreneur is obviously like a lot of work behind the scenes, and then like being an influencer on top of it, it's like really hard on your mind because people are so mean.
Yep, and they're judging you, and
Yeah,
you're
they're
like
judging
every
you
step
all
of
the
the
time.
way.
Like the amount of like people, like so many people like say really mean things about me, and like a lot of people don't know me because like I literally like I don't leave my house. Like no one like really like I have like maybe like 3 like close friends. Like no one really
4
knows me.
including me, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
well, you're one of the 3,
what
obviously.
about me? We just met, so it's okay.
No, but it's just like, and then so like I always hear like people, they're like, yeah, like this person was saying this about you. I'm like, I don't even know that person. And It's just
Yeah.
like so frustrating because it's like
They're called haters.
I know, but it's just I feel like it takes like thick skin for that, and I don't really have that, so it really gets to me because I get like a lot of like I get comments. They're like even like things that aren't that bad. They're like the car community doesn't even like think of you as being in the car community. I'm
Well,
like,
they're just guys behind a
yeah,
keyboard.
literally. But it's you know,
And
it's,
they're
Everyone thinks they're
behind-
master keyboards.
They're probably
know.
in bed with the shirt off, like sweating, like not having shot. Are you really gonna get hurt by that?
it's not even that. It's just like, you know, then you start thinking and then you're like, dang, why do people
They're
think of me
losers.
this
Don't
way?
even
when-
worry about it.
But like realistically, it's hard to not.
I get it.
Because like you're just gonna, it just makes you think, and you're like, why do people think of me this way? Because like I'm like I try to make it like I try to be nice to everybody. Like
Yeah.
what did I do? Like people are just mean.
Yeah, I
So
think
like
they're jealous a little bit.
So how do you deal with when your friends or like people that just met you and they want to like hang out with you because of your car or because they look at you, they look you up on Instagram.
Well, I
Do you
don't-
sometimes wish that you didn't have that car or you had that
I
following
mean,
on
no,
Instagram?
I mean, I love my car, and my car makes me really happy, and like I'm like totally cool with my friends that I have and like being by myself. So like I don't really mind. It's just like it's frustrating because I feel like I trust people really quickly and I befriend people really quickly, and then I feel like a lot of the time they have like an ulterior motive,
And you get burned.
and then I get burned, and then it's just like really stressful to me. So then it's like now I'm like I don't know if I can trust anyone. It's like I'm like just
Okay, so let me ask you
annoying.
this. Let me ask you this. Do you have a boyfriend?
no.
Okay, so
Are you gonna hit on her right now? Should I leave? Should we all leave? Guys, I think we might have to cut this off.
no, but I want to know what kind of guys do you date? What kind of guys?
I've only dated walking red flags. So
Walking red flag.
I know.
literally, literally, they could walk with a red flag. I'm like, I really like that color.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, I
date
like
me.
that guy.
But what I'm saying is, do they also have to have a cool car? Do they also have to like compare to you? Like, so
I mean, no, I've never been like picky like that. I mean, I don't really care what car someone like.
Guys are
I'm
taking
happy
notes,
with what
so
I have.
taking note, I have to ask for the audience.
No, like
you
I'm
know?
happy with what I have, and like if I have what I have, like I'm good. Like you know, you worry about yourself, I worry about myself.
So how do guys out there date a young successful girl with an R8?
I don't know, right? I like.
They're already
I just
intimidated
got out of
already.
like.
They're already tuning already. I have to ask. We're in the podcast, you know.
I mean,
you ask everything here.
Dude, I just got out of like the most traumatizing relationship of my life like 6 months ago. So I'm just like in this like focus
Okay,
on
just
me.
chilling.
Like there's
Just
like
chilling.
no way right now.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I don't care like how
I hear
amazing
that.
and like attractive and like you could be like literally the best person in the world and I'm literally gonna be like
That's
gotta
cool.
go.
You first. Yeah.
just like right now it's like just not the time. Because when I date, like I get really distracted because like I'm like all about that person and it's like I can't do that.
So what are the things you got going on? So you say, okay, you got your entrepreneur, you have your own businesses, and then you're an influencer, obviously, on social media. You got to keep up and create posts and content creation all the time. You're supposed to go out.
Yeah.
So, like, what's your typical day look like then?
Well, I also do like business development for a few companies. I do a lot of stuff with like crypto and NFTs.
Nice. Are you working on an NFT project too?
Not for myself, but I'm working behind the scenes for like 3 different ones.
Ooh, we have to talk later.
And so I just do like a bunch of random stuff. So like my day consists of waking up, going to the gym, and then literally
For a second, I thought you were
doing
going to say Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's like
Taco
usually-
Bell breakfast. I can already imagine her when Taco Bell
churros.
breakfast came out. She was like,
the churros and the nacho cheese.
yeah.
No,
So,
Taco Bell's
okay.
usually like my before bed snack.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
helps
late
me
night
go to
snack,
sleep.
like probably on the way back home.
Yeah, like on the way back home, I usually like Postmate it
mango
when we're like the
fiesta.
same like way. So then when I get home, the Postmate gets there with my.
Or you
Taco.
might just pull up next to Postmate. Yo, just give it to me right now.
throw it out the window. But
Yeah, it's a typical day.
yeah, I mean, like I go to the gym like pretty often because
Okay.
it's like, you know, it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And then I literally just like I'll work all day till like maybe 11 or 12, and then I'll go to sleep.
Damn, and then you repeat it again.
What? So, wait, 11 or 12 at night? So what time did you?
Morning.
So what?
I wake up at like 11.
Oh, okay.
So like
okay.
I don't wake up like I'm not one of those people that wake up like
Okay.
at 6 a.m. and like get my day started. I need
Okay.
to sleep.
Run 5 miles and then
No,
take
no,
a
no.
cold shower at
No,
like
no.
negative 2 degrees Celsius.
She's not
I'm
you.
not that one.
No, I'm not talking about myself. Like,
No, I wake up at like 10 or 11. Then I go to the gym and then I just like do what I need to do. So it depends. Like I like usually work on schedule, so like my calendar just has everything I need to do like in
Nice.
order. So like it just depends on the day.
Okay. Well, today's a Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday.
Typically my Sunday is the only day I don't do anything. But for some reason today I did a bunch, so
You were saying that you went on like this photo shoot right before
yeah, I
this.
just had a shoot before this.
What was that about?
That was just like an Instagram thing. I needed more content.
yeah, see,
Got
so
it.
that's part of the work.
That is part of the
Like
work.
content
Full-time
shoot.
content
relate.
creator.
I can relate.
Really? You schedule shoots, Alex?
No, but for 91 and up.
There's
yeah,
no
yeah.
posts. I have
Yeah.
like an album where I like have like
course.
all my future posts. Because if I don't have anything, I get really anxious because I'm like, oh my god.
No, yeah,
Same.
that's good.
I mean, social media is ruling the world. Meta
It
Universe. How do you
is.
feel about Meta Universe?
What, metaverse?
Metaverse.
Metaverse, Meta Universe.
Hey,
He's funny, right?
I'm gonna trademark that.
What did you even say? Meta universe?
Yeah, Meta Universe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Metaverse.
I'm like cool with it, and also like
You can buy real estate
weirded
in
out
there.
by it at the same time. I mean, like I'm gonna buy what I need to buy because I don't want to be behind, being that that's what's gonna be happening.
Right.
However, like
FOMO.
once I start seeing like McDonald's making like a virtual McDonald's that you can
Which
get
they are.
virtual burgers at.
Which they are. Target
I know-
is.
no, I know-
Walmart is.
That's the thing. I know they are, but that's why I'm like, what even?
It's probably just advertising. It's just, more eyeballs in
Yeah, but
in
you
this
can
other
go in
universe.
there and order a burger in
And
the
then do you
McDonald's.
get to collect it in real life?
Well, so basically what they're doing is like it like gets delivered to you if you order it in the metaverse.
Oh,
but
so
I'm
it's like
why
a
don't,
DoorDash.
why don't you just post me?
Because you're already in the metaverse. Come on, Amber.
Take your goggles off for a second.
I don't want to take my
I don't
goggles
know.
off for a second.
I
I want
wanna
to be locked
be-
in the Matrix.
Right. I want to be.
Forever.
So while it
I wanna
gets
be
delivered, you're just gonna
Stefan.
sit in the McDonald's waiting for your order.
He needs to be having an AR or virtual reality set too, and he's gonna deliver the McDonald's, and I'm gonna grab it, and we're both gonna be like interacting with each other in the metaverse, and I'm gonna walk back to my couch, and I'm gonna eat it, and in the real metaverse, I'm eating my hamburger.
With the 6-pack abs.
Dude, I want some McDonald's right now, and your avatar could be a 6-pack.
Exactly.
I mean, sure,
It
your
won't feel bad
avatar
about
could be
eating it.
anything.
So you say you collect NFTs.
I
What?
don't collect them. I sell them.
So you don't mint,
I mint them.
and
out.
then you resell.
Yeah.
So what has been the best project for you? The best flip for you?
Bored apes.
Did you mint a Bored Apes?
Well, I mean, I bought one.
Okay, I thought you were talking about minting a
No,
Bored
no,
Apes.
no. I didn't mint bored apes.
So you
I
bought one
wish,
and then
but
you
I bought
flipped
one
it
and I flipped it really quickly. It was nice.
same day.
No, like a week after. Yeah, it was nice. I like that.
And then from that, you bought more NFTs.
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, I really like After Party. Some of my friends are working on that one. And I think it's cool because they're doing like the first like NFT gated music festival. So
Okay.
basically you have
After
to buy an
Party.
NFT
To
go
in.
to the festival. So I just think it's a really cool concept that they're doing. So I don't know. I feel like NFTs nowadays aren't just about the art, and there needs to be something behind it. Because
There's
like
gotta
the
be,
art
yeah.
thing like blew up for a second, and now it's just like if there's nothing else with it. Like I like, there's this one Solana NFT called Soul Dogs that I thought was kind of cool. I didn't buy one, but I was looking into it, and it like mints. I mean, it doesn't mint. It mines crypto called Bones.
So you
when you buy it.
stake the NFT and then you earn daily or something like
Yeah.
that.
So I thought that was like an interesting concept.
You know what's funny? Last night I was up to like 2 a.m. actually like looking at. I was in this one NFT group Discord, and I never do this. I never like go into the voice channel, but hella people were active in this NFT Discord.
At 2 a.m.
Yeah, it was called Creeps, but I was in this Creeps Discord just trying to learn a little bit more. And then these guys are just talking about all these different projects. And I'm just like, ooh, I'm gonna like mute myself and I'm just gonna try to find some golden nuggets. So I was just up late just looking at all these projects that are like minting soon in the next day or two. And I'm trying to pick your brain too after this. Like, what should I get into if I'm trying to flip too? Because I'm really trying to, I haven't had my first successful flip. Both of my NFTs just tanked major. For now.
I mean,
But-
it's always like I've had a lot tank. It's just kind of like getting lucky, and
He's
like
getting lucky,
that's
yeah.
why I kind of more got into the thing is like believing in a project rather than trying to flip. So I like when it first was a thing, I got into it so fast and like buying all this stuff
Yeah.
and like flipping it as fast as I can. I'm like I didn't care, and then I started like getting into it a little bit. And now I'm like now I just want to collect things that like make sense
Yeah.
to me.
And then
So I
don't worry about the flip.
Yeah, because it's like I want like what they're offering, or I believe in the company. It's kind of like putting it in a stock, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if it makes money, it does. If it doesn't, then I got the benefit I wanted out of it.
Yeah. I mean, future 91 and up NFT.
Yeah, I mean, think about NFT as, you know, speaking in like automotive, there's a ton of people that are trying to come out with automotive NFTs.
I mean, it's just very saturated right now.
Right.
So what's the next thing? That's the question.
I mean, it's going to be
Metaverse.
better when it's less saturated, for sure. I just feel like everyone needs to release their stuff and get it out there, and then whatever, like, stays, and
But
everything
then it's
that
going to be a
tanks.
nonstop wave of all these projects coming out.
Yeah, but then it's just going to be projects of people who already, like, succeeded. The
So,
first one. So then it's going to be, like, worthy.
I see what
rather
you're
than just a
saying.
bunch of random people, like, throwing their project out.
What about all the rug pulls that happen? You know, something comes up and then another person comes up with the same exact thing. They duplicate it and they market it better and they get more eyeballs on it. And then that's actually the scam versus the real one.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, these things do better based on marketing, like anything else.
So if the rug puller, the scammers market a little bit better, they take your money. That's happened to people I've
Oh
known.
yeah, I know. That's why at NFT got taken down.
At NFT?
Yeah, there was that Instagram
Oh, the Instagram at NFT? Yeah.
that got taken down because they were like
Promoting
they were
like scam
promoting like
ones.
scams because they would just take like a specific amount of money to post it, and then a lot of them ended up being scams.
Damn. I did follow that and you're right. I haven't seen their post in a while.
Yeah, they got taken down because like a lot of people are getting scammed because they were like, oh, you can pay me like this amount of money.
It's a wild blockchain west right now.
That's why you just like if like someone like posts an NFT randomly and they're like not like a trusted NFT influencer, or you don't trust this person,
Yeah.
don't go and
100%.
throw your money in there.
Right.
100%.
Because like most of the time they're getting paid to post about it.
Right.
Like, do you want to just? You
gotta
have
have
to always
somebody.
do research. It's like the same as like crypto and like doing stocks. You have to do your own research.
And that's why Kill Bambi is going to promote 91 and Up's NFT in the future.
This is why she drives an R8. This is why she drives an R8. I mean, while everyone else is partying, Kill Bambi over here is...
Damn, I still can't get my mind out of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, though. You had one of those and you sold it? I would have kept it.
Well, I know I should have kept it.
It's all good. Good flip.
I wanted the money.
So, like, what makes you, like... I think it's really interesting. Like, I think it's freaking cool, man. Like, what makes you, like, you know, want you to, like, jump on everything? It's a simple fact of...
Just because like I don't do anything else. Like
so
I'm
you're
like pretty
just-
boring. Like I like to stay home and like just like do things by myself and like research things and like get bored and start like Googling and learning stuff. So then I just like hop on things that like take up more time to
Are you
do.
into video games?
I love video games.
Oh, okay. I knew it. You look like a video game.
Kill Bambi's probably her gamer tag.
Kill
Yeah,
Bambi's
I
like
was just streaming yesterday. There's that new game that came out, Elden Ring.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What is that, an RPG or something?
Yeah, but it's like so hard. It's so
There's
hard.
also another one that came out, too. Lost Ark?
Oh yeah,
Is that good?
I haven't tried it, but I tried Elden Ring because it was getting a lot of hype.
No bueno.
I mean, it's just like not my type of games. Like I'm like a Call of Duty person.
Yeah,
So
first
then when
person
I get
shooter
in
kinda
there, I'm
thing.
like, what is going on?
Right.
Like, why is there a dragon and a goat? Like, pick one.
All right, be honest. Are you pretty good at video games?
I think I'm average.
Yeah.
Well, you stream on Twitch. Okay, well,
I did not know
we
that.
could see. We could see her pass the highlights, see if she's
Yeah,
actually
I'm
good.
like, I wouldn't say like I'm like, you know, like phase level, but I'm like average. Like I can keep up.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play a lot of like computer games, but those days are gone. I miss it though. I still have those dreams sometimes.
I always take time
You know,
for gaming.
I was the only PC game that I really got into back in the day was Diablo 2.
MMOs. That's my thing.
MMOs are fun.
And but I've always been like a console person. And ever since I moved to California, everyone's like, "Oh, I play PC games." I'm like, did you guys not have a PS2 or a PS1 or
Computer games are better in my
Well,
opinion.
I do both.
okay. Or
But it's more like it just depends like who I'm playing with. Because some of my friends are on console and then I have to play on console. But
So-
I prefer playing PC.
So I got to tell you guys a funny story. I was at my friend's house and he was playing Call of Duty, and he was like FaceTiming one of his friends, and his friend was like on a console, while my other friend was on the PC. And I was like, and the first thing I said to him was, "Are you guys gonna play together?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to get on." And I'm like, "Wait, how is this possible?" And keep in mind, this just happened like 6 months ago. But because I haven't played video games in such a long time,
like cross-platform. Is that what
right,
you're saying?
cross-platform, I was blown away.
Well, like Call of Duty and like those kind of games have cross-platform. But
Still-
there's
Not
all
other
of
games
them,
that-
though.
Still
Yeah.
blown away. And I looked at him and I was like, "Wait, are you serious?" And he was like, "Yeah." And man, I was like, "Dude, I'm out of it. Seriously, like I did not know you could do that."
Some games have that, but then like there's some games like Dying Light 2 just came out, and like all my friends are playing it on the PlayStation, so I can only play it on the PlayStation.
You own the what is it now? PS4.
Four?
I actually
Five.
have a PS4. The 5's like impossible to get right now.
Right.
Like, I'm
You
not
want
trying,
it?
Yeah, but I'm not trying to drop like like $1,000 on it.
PlayStation or Xbox?
PS5, man.
I'm more of an Xbox person.
Oh, come on.
What did Tony Stark have? He would have done PlayStation.
You really would.
Okay, but I just like how the controller feels on the Xbox.
See, I feel the opposite.
Because like if
I feel
like
like the PlayStation controller feels better.
really?
Yeah, because like the Xbox controller is like I don't know.
N64.
Oh, dude, that's OG.
That's the worst.
Oh man, I
Yeah,
had
that
one.
feels-
I
Come
thought
on,
it was.
the third handle that no one ever used.
Yeah.
You just use the one on the right.
Well, GameCube
OG.
controller was nice.
Oh,
I think
that
that's
was-
why I
owned
like the
it
Xbox
too.
controller because it's kind of similar.
I
Because
felt
they
like
have the buttons like this.
I don't know.
That, you're right. It's the Microsoft kind of.
Yeah, and PlayStation's like right next to each other, and I don't really like that because then it reminds me of like Pac-Man joystick.
See, the only game that I really knew Xbox for was it was either Gears of Wars back in the day, Halo, and Forza. Those were the only games back in the day that made me want to get Xbox. Other than that, PlayStation at all.
Well, I started with PlayStation.
Okay.
Do you do
Switched to
Sims too?
Xbox. Not anymore.
Dude, I
I
feel
used to do Sims.
like people with like dope ass Sim systems. It's hard.
I mean, like, Motherload. Hello, it's easy.
What's Motherload?
Cheats?
Oh,
You have to do the cheats. You just
I
make
don't
yourself
know.
rich, kill off everybody, add the Grim Reaper to your family, woohoo with the Grim Reaper, have little ghost babies, and then that's it.
See, that's the problem with today's video games. Is that
what? Just cheat codes?
no worse? You can just buy
There's no
everything.
cheat codes now.
It's just pay to
That was
win.
like a back in the day thing.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like Cheat CC where you could like get all the cheat codes. No one does
There's
that
also like
anymore.
that Game Shark thing. Remember that?
Oh, dude.
Game
Now
Shark.
Yeah, but it made it unfun. Like it was like Pokemon, right? Unlimited Master Balls, unlimited Pokeballs with
Gosh, dude.
with
I think
Gymshark.
that made it fun for me.
Really? No.
Yeah, if I'm playing with other people, like if people are cheating in like Call of Duty,
Then
like,
you gotta cheat
I
too.
mean, no, like I'm gonna lose my mind. I hate that.
Okay.
So you gotta
But
cheat
like,
against
if it's like
cheats.
a game that you're playing by yourself, then it's like fun to have all the stuff. Like for Forza, like I have a bunch of money just so I can buy all my cars.
Yeah, why
Like,
waste time grinding when
yeah,
you can
why
just
would I have
play?
to do all that?
Yeah,
So
just
I can
unlock the whole
already buy the
game.
Veneno.
What's the point of playing then?
What's the point of
to
grinding?
do all the races with the good cars. I don't want to have to drive like the first car they give you. Like I want to drive the fucking hypercars.
exactly.
Back in the
and
day, Need for Speed, it just spent hours,
Oh,
hours,
yeah.
and hours.
That was
just-
one of the best graphic looking games for
Dude.
that time.
It was so good.
Yeah.
when that game came out, I promise, I
It was
remember.
awesome.
I used to make
I
my nanny play that with me.
I thought
so good.
I thought that was the best I was blown away. Blown away.
It was at that
It
time.
was. But now it's so bad. I tried
Nothing's
playing
better.
it again and I was like,
Yeah. I mean, you got games like Forza and like
I know,
what
and it's so
Dirt.
realistic now.
What's next though? Like on graphics, like
It's gonna end up looking like this.
Yeah. I mean, that's the metaverse.
Metaverse.
Come on,
Yeah, that is the
man.
metaverse. The next thing
It's
is
the
the
Matrix.
metaverse for sure.
That's
You know,
why
peop-
you got to get into it now, Alex.
no, because everyone else is gonna rule the world. I'd rather rule the world, the real world, while everyone else is in the
You
Matrix.
didn't see Ready Player One?
No, I haven't.
That's what it's gonna be like.
What it's gonna be like?
You ready for that?
She's already streaming. She's definitely ready for that. I got it. We got to get our Oculus system for 91 and up, so we can be ready for that.
It's so dizzy though. Like I don't think it's gonna do well until I can figure out how to make VR like not like dizzy.
Yeah, it still like doesn't fit right with your brain. Your brain doesn't like
Yeah.
interpret the frames per se. It's not even like real life, so you get
Yeah.
a headache and stuff like that.
Like I play for like 3 hours, I take it off, and I feel like I was just on like a roller coaster. Like
Yeah.
I need to just like.
So we gotta wait till it's like slimmer and then like it matches with your
I think
brain.
it's gonna have to be more like it's in your eyeball. Like
Neuralink, Elon Musk. Here we go.
yeah.
Watch
gonna
you gonna
just
watch this
implant it in your
video
head.
10 years from now, and you're gonna be like,
I remember those days. Like we're talking about Game Shark. That's
Right.
like what it's gonna be,
Metaverse.
right?
How we're
Right.
talking about Need for Speed, we're gonna look back at this
Yeah.
like, dang, those were our graphics. Look at our graphics
I
now.
know in the metaverse,
Like the
it's just-
IRL graphics.
yeah,
I
it's just
mean.
an implant. All right, Alex, I'm gonna see you in. You know, it's like Star Trek back
Or
in the
what
day.
about? Have you seen like that Black Mirror episode?
Oh my gosh, a social credit system.
What?
Oh, sorry. Which one?
I don't know. Is that what it's? I don't remember what the
There
name
was a
for it.
social. Oh, you mean the game one
The game one.
where they didn't even know what was like reality and stuff?
Like where you can like feel everything in the game.
Yeah.
It was like supposed to be like a fighting game. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can like do whatever.
I did see, dude. Those episodes are trippy. Like,
So trippy.
especially because things that
We're,
in
like,
those
going that
episodes are
way.
happening now. There's this episode where they
Sketchy.
talk about literally it's like based on your following on your social.
Oh yeah.
And that one is literally people like you were saying, you know, a couple of your friends, they get into clubs and bars just because they got the blue check mark. Like that's
100%.
called a social credit system right
100%.
there.
100%. And
So it's good
And
we
I have
have
a million
Kill Bambi
stories
here.
about this because you know how it is, man. I mean, I would say a good handful of friends with the blue check mark. And there's been times where we've gone out to clubs, we've gone out to food places, and my friends look at me. And I know this sounds so bad, but they'll look at me and say, "Hold on, Alex, hold on.
Let me try something.
Let me
real
try
quick.
something." And I'm like, no, there's no way. Goes up to the front to the security guard, shows them their Instagram. Security guard instantly is like, "Okay, who are you?" And, you know, he'll do his talking, and then guess what? He'll look at me and be like, "All right, boys, let's go in."
Damn.
Like, I'm like,
Black Mirror.
I'm like, that blue check mark is that powerful.
I've never tried that.
Come on, it's easy with
I
the
know, but
R8, the blue check mark.
Okay,
like,
You're a girl.
I know, but it's like,
The trifecta.
Yeah, but I don't want to be that person that's like,
just be that person for one night. It's okay. No one's gonna judge you.
that's messed up.
Yeah,
I
it's
say do
happened.
it.
It's happened. I've
Like I'd be really annoyed if I'm like in like line waiting to get into like a club or something, and someone walks up with their phone like, "Hey, look at my Instagram," and then gets in and skips the line. That's like not cool.
all right. Let me cover my face.
It's not cool.
People are doing that all the time.
I know
All
that's
the
so
time.
So
whack.
you can do it too, at least once. Don't feel that bad.
I feel bad.
Anyway, Kill Bambi or Amber, thank you so much for coming. I mean, you have several different like platforms, right? So which one? Why don't you like list all the ones you're active on?
Well, I'm active on Instagram the most, kill.bambi. I'm trying to be more active on YouTube. I'm gonna release like a vlog every Tuesday that I started like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So gonna try to do that, which is also the same as my handle.
Kill.Bambi.
I'm getting more active on Twitch, which is also the same. That's like, oh yeah, and TikTok. I do a little bit of TikTok.
A little bit.
A little bit of TikTok.
It sounds like a lot of bit of TikTok. Okay,
it's
so you
a
got
little
4
bit.
platforms, all the same.
all the same.
Kill.Bambi. So that makes it really simple. I mean, is there anything you want to say to anybody audience? Anything you're working on? Something that you want people to look out for?
Yeah, I have a song releasing next month, so look out for that.
Okay, congratulations. Your Spotify. What? How do we find you on Spotify?
Kill Bambi. Everything is Kill Bambi.
Okay, so all right, so next week or next month you got the song.
Yep.
All right,
Exciting
so
stuff.
well, thanks a lot, Amber, for coming through. Hopefully we can have you on again, and
Thanks for having me.
let's talk about NFTs after this. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That's a wrap.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
It's 91 enough. It's 91 enough. It's 91 enough. It's our moment, so stand up. Hey, the home where we keep it real, y'all. Real talk, premium lifestyle. Either catch up or get lost.